Dealing with a lot of problems, don't know if y'all can relate. Feeling like Rod Wave, I got a lot on my plate. And
I've had quite a rough week this week, and I wanted a win. This feels like a good win.
You're more likely to be able to win straight away as well. Sick, I absolutely love it. This might be the start of the vlog. We're going to try a different approach. Going to be showing you my day-to-day stresses, all the things I'm doing throughout the week. So the plan today is just doing all the Monday morning meetings. I have all of the team meeting first, where we brief, and it's obviously a new month, so we're just doing our monthly launch call. Then I'm going to have my customer success meeting with Brian, and going to be going over all the stuff that we need to do in customer success, which is specifically on the consulting side. Every time we have our meeting, we call one client at least. So we just try to call one client to see, checking on them out the blue, how they're doing. And we just call it by giving them even more than they asked for. So they already have scheduled calls, already have messages and enough support with us. But just to call them out the blue and say, hey, how's it going? What's the main stress that you've got today? What support do you need? And to be able to do that with our clients, we've got an amazing feedback over the last few weeks that we've been doing it. Did everyone have a good weekend?
Fantastic.
Right, first things first.
What do we got? It's a present.
Happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
One sec.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
What's it? Where gonna go?
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
How do you party to this? He's even trying to party with it. Thank you so much.
Happy birthday, Vlada.
Version of happy birthday is that.
Okay, just going to share my screen, and the number one thing that I want to speak about is just clarity for this month. So the big thing that I've been doing was I was constantly chasing Facebook ads. That was a call with the media buyer, and now we've had a hard slog over the last 3 months with ads. So many scripts, testing, spent tens of thousands of pounds. It's been crazy. And everyone is a paid ads expert, everyone out there. But you get them on the phone, you say, go on, show us how you can do it. And they don't perform, and everyone feels that they're an expert. But I went and got the best people, consulted with the best people in the world who are in paid ads. So now let's see if these new scripts work. We're just waiting for the data to come through over the next 3 days. So it's Monday right now. We've had a few calls booked, but the calls haven't been true ICP. We need to let that spend go through enough days to see the leads and the calls that are being booked. Are they the right ICP? Are the right people that we're looking for? Even though we've made the ad super specific now and the funnel specific and cancels out people who aren't ideal. So I always work till about 12 o'clock, and then I have a reminder that I need to get up and go to the gym. The good thing is I'm on somebody else's clock. 12:30, there's a trainer waiting for me. You can see it's 12:05 right now. Need to get to the gym for 12:30. It's only 10 minutes down the road. I'll have maybe some caffeine. I don't normally have a lot of caffeine, so today I'm going to have a little bit of pre-workout in the car with Dev. Then we'll go down to the gym, and I think today it's going to be a brutal workout, so let's go. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Oh gosh, the sun's out, my glasses are in the tint. No, it's not freezing, it was in the morning. How much do you think these two should cost me? £5.20 for them. Fuck. I've just finished an absolute brutal workout, and I've got a call in just literally 2 minutes. So I'll quickly get back to my desk. There's someone from our mastermind group that I'm a part of, and he just needs some support with his sales regarding his sales manager, and I do know I can help him and we can help his business a lot. But obviously when I'm talking to someone in a mastermind group, I usually just provide value. I don't want to push the sale too fast, too hard, I'd rather like the dynamic of a mastermind group is you want kind of them to come to you. So I just keep providing value, and if they need the support, they can literally, my glasses are fully tinted. If they need the support, you can just ask. So that's normally how I provide value in mastermind groups, which is like our largest acquisition source, funny enough. That's where we get a lot of our sales from. So just gonna, guys, how you doing? Still vlogging. I got a call, someone waiting for me. We'll catch up in a bit, yeah? Oh. So I've got a call now with and let's see what he needs. Okay, so now you know what you should be looking for. Now you need to create action steps. Then you as a CEO have clear plan. It's no different to if you are managing a media buyer and the opt-in page wasn't converting, you'd be like, okay, we're going to do this test. Let me know in 3 days what the conversion is. Then you would check it in 3 days. It's the exact same system, but just more for sales team. I don't want to overwhelm you with too much information. Is it clear what you need to do?
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Brian, I'll catch you tomorrow. Thank you for staying on late.
No worries, man.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Bye-bye. So I was supposed to have a call with a client, and the client was supposed to be coming on to like a back-end offer, but the client didn't show up. He was busy, but that's okay. The downside is that each time you have a sales call that's got moved, it reduces the power of that call because now it's not as important and you have a lesser chance of now closing, and the call's already been delayed twice. And when the call's been delayed twice, it usually means it's not important, or they're procrastinating, or they're not unsure, or they're unsure, or they could be checking services elsewhere, they could be looking, you don't know. So you ideally don't want to get calls delayed. You need to come up with a reason to get them back on. So I've just tried to call him, but no answer, so we'll have to schedule the call and see what we can do. So yeah, long day today. Not had a win in a while, so we'll I'll keep you posted tomorrow, because tomorrow I've got some sales calls, see if what we can do to close. You know what ICP? Do you know who that is? Do you know what ICP is? Business owner, selling an online product, and is interested in leadership, is interested in sales, is interested in growing their business. This person here wants to hit 10 million revenue. That's their number one ambition in that bottom segment. So the deepest content that we would make for this person has a very specific issue, which is my sales team is not, the show rate's down, the sales manager's not performing, I can't work out what it is, I'm gonna go on YouTube and figure it out. Very specific content, and that's all like in this region here. Then in this region, it would be a bit broader, which will be, it'll be a guy who's maybe between 1 to 3 million in revenue. He just is interested in sales. He likes to watch like a bit broader content. He doesn't have that specific issue, but there's more people who are like in this area here, and these people would watch a video specifically like the best way to hire a sales rep, the best way to onboard sales reps. This person would be more interested in sales manager content. Way less people, way less businesses are there, but then more businesses are here. Then if you went even wider in this segment of people are like interested in making their first million, so like 0 to 1 million. They are interested in sales videos, how to sell, how to do XYZ. So I would make more sales specific videos. If I was to make a video which was here's how to close anyone, or how I close 50k clients. How I close 50k clients will be applicable here, slightly applicable here, but applicable to a lot of these. Then this segment here, which is our broadest section, would be ambitious and lazy. Like a young guy who's interested in business, likes watching motivational business content. And naturally, if we think about long-term growth of a brand, the people that you help here, who find you as motivation and inspiration, would naturally grow their business and trust you more and more as they come here. And these people aren't going to buy from me today, but we're doing it like in a way where they recognize a brand and they will buy from me around here. Everyone online would be able to see exactly what the strategy is. And then in 2 weeks' time, it's like, we've been trying, here are the results. So now we're showing very openly exactly what we're doing in the business, what's the thought process, how do I feel about it, I don't know. I feel a bit nervous about doing this, but let's try. Test. Yeah,
What's that for your, you're not recording right now, are you?
It's on, but it's just like, I'll trim.
What's that for this, your progress? Just
Yeah, I want to record my progress.
Document it and like benefit both of us, like me on social media.
Because I've been getting out of shape recently, and I thought this will give me more accountability.
That's because you're eating there.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much garbage.
He's training, but the training don't outweigh the bad diet.
No. That's so true.
I'm good at eating burgers. It's a talent of mine. I can see that you don't have a clear ascension model. I can see that you don't have a clear sales process. And I can see that the logic behind a 5K and a 20K makes sense, but I don't know how that call is being triggered. So I do have quite a few thoughts on it.
Okay, perfect.
So, Corey, I've sent you our call. You've got a recording of the call, and you've got a recording of a YouTube video to show you what we do.
Perfect. Done.
All right.
So
Okay.
we'll talk Monday.
Speak to you on Monday.
Speak on Monday, is it?
Bye-bye.
I'm ready. Okay. Bye.
Okay, that was a long ass call. That was a call with fuck, you can see I'm sick as well. So that was a call with the team at with Prince EA, and that's Corey, who was his operator, and Prince EA has, how many followers does he have on YouTube? So this is the guy. Let's have a look. If you can see that, this guy here, 6.61 million followers, subscribers. And this guy is the guy we were speaking to. What we're trying to do is see, can we build out his sales team? What do we need to do? What kind of infrastructure does he need? And now I'm going to jump onto my next call because I'm late. So I'm going to jump onto a call with our ops manager. Let's have a look. Vlada, I'm vlogging right now. How are you? Yeah. Tell us how you got scammed for the vlog, please. Sounds editing it. Did we get scammed by a Nigerian? You could say where they're from, that's not racist. Everyone's just, listen, Pakistanis are scammers out there.
You can hear the tone in my voice, it's not
There's scammers out there.
It costs $3.50 to set those up, and she charged $12.
Oh.
No, to be fair, you'll get paid on the hourly rate.
Bastards. Fucking bastards. Got a sales call with someone who wants to potentially work with us on a fractional level. Gonna see if we can help him. Don't really know exactly what he needs, but let's hear him out. I don't want to go into the call with a pitch in mind. I actually need to listen and just ask questions, understand his business. And like at times, I know I can help him. I want to close the business and I just want to jump in and be like, this is what we can do for you. But you got to hold all that energy back and you got to really listen and understand. It's not even that I have to understand. You have to also make the other person feel as though you understand. And you can only do that if you truly understand. You can't fake the feeling of you truly understanding their business. So I have to be inquisitive without being salesy. When you're selling to more sophisticated business owners, it's easy to use sales-related questions, discovery call questions, but they see through it. They see through it so easy. So let's just see how the call goes. You can tell I want to close a deal. Need a deal to close. So let's see what happens.
Usman!
Big Brian, what's going on?
What's up, dude? Sorry about that. I'm late. I was on another call, but how are you, my friend?
I'm all good, man. How was the talk? How did it go? Long flight, innit?
Yeah, 20 plus hours, man. It was a wild one, but it was good. I definitely had a lot of jet lag when I first got there, but quick trip, and really loved Cape Town. It was a really beautiful city, really beautiful country, and first time speaking at a all German only mastermind, which is new for me, but it was fun. So everyone had a good time. I learned a lot, and I definitely I definitely had a good time. Yeah.
Okay, so my final call for the day. This book here is a one-page marketing plan. It's by a company called Lean Marketing, and I'm running a group coaching call for them to support some of their businesses. They have businesses that are doing 50 million a year, 60 million a year, and we work with them to give them a bit of support on their sales function. It could be sales training, sales team, sales development, sales leadership. So it's just like a Q&A call. So we get a bunch of random calls from business owners, and I'll move the camera to the other side and just see how we can support with what kind of questions they come up with today. Let's see how that angle does for us today. Gonna jump onto the call.
Thanks,
Andrew,
everybody.
see you later, Ezra.
Thank you. See you guys.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Fucking, I've been dying with a fucking cough all day. So that was my lead marketing call. It's now past 7 o'clock. I'm fucking tired. I'm going home. Fucking hell. Right, fucking Monday. So Wednesday morning, just got to the office and just setting up my day, looking at the calendar, just looking through our CRM. Yesterday was the first day I went home in a while that I thought, okay, I felt like I did something that day. There's been a lot of days in the last, I think 2 or 3 weeks where every day I'm going home thinking, not done enough. And it's usually because in the morning I've procrastinated for an hour, 45 minutes, sometimes an hour and a half, or in the afternoon. There's just been a block in there that's not been highly productive. And like when you have a really high standard of focus, I set my standards so high, so if I don't hit that level of focus and don't get those tasks done and don't feel like I've made a monumental jump that day, it's like you feel deflated. And then if you continuously have those days, it can wear you down and you just start to feel tired from it. And then yesterday I felt like I got a little bit of energy. Someone's just come in. This is Anthony walking in, vlogging.
ABV.
ABV, always be vlogging. I have some new brain capsules from Newtonic, so I'm going to try this. 40 quid for this bottle, can you believe it? Do you know when you're not making a lot of sales, I look at the price of everything, I think that's a fucking rip-off. Need to get back to where deals are coming in and then not looking at the prices again. When deals aren't coming in, I start to look at the prices. And we have around 150 grand of deals in hand. So we have one really large deal as a fractional sales with someone that I was doing a sales call last night. We have probably like 3 or 4 of our consulting package deals that have just not got over the line yet. So it's really, when that's happening, I'm thinking, why are they not closing? Why are we not getting them over the line today? How can I push them over the line? What do I need to say? What do I need to get in touch with them? How do I need to follow up? How do I need to nudge them a bit more? Did I do enough deep dive? Did I get enough information from them? It's all good teaching sales, but you have to also be able to self-reflect and think, what have I missed? And you might have to listen to your own sales calls back. It's a big difference between selling and then teaching sales. There's a lot of sales coaches out there that don't actually sell, that will just spout sales knowledge. You have to also be willing to take sales calls. So even when I have a sales team and I can get them to sell, so Dev could be doing sales calls for me, I still think I want to be selling all the time in some way. So right now I'm taking the majority of like all the calls, all the bigger calls as well, and then Dev will start to take more and more calls as the lead flow increases from the paid ads. But it's really I really want to just close these deals. It's in my mind. We've got a boxing today, so at 12:30, well, at 12 o'clock we're going to leave for boxing, and we're just going to keep the fuck out of each other for about an hour.
Let's go. Look, would have thought he was in quarantine, cause my bro's been locked in the yard for a week. Shotgun cough and it's COVID free, could have brought back long and it's sneezing. CCTV circled the spot, but it's cool, cause I didn't forget my ski. Kevlar gloves when I grip that ZK on the M-way, man, pray that the jakes don't.
I've just got back to the office. We're launching some broader style videos. We've got a new editing style, so we're just checking it out together. We're all just gonna have a little watch, so just turn the camera. Okay. Go ahead, let's do it. Let's have a look. That intro took us 2 weeks to make. But we're moving in the right direction. It's taken us a while to get the right. Do you know, every time we were making the YouTube video, what we were doing was, oh, the YouTube video needs to come out on Friday, let's make it, let's get it out. And then on Tuesday it needs to come. But then, like, Sam wanted to say, just leave me alone for a few days, let me just make the video. And then I, in the past, wouldn't allow that because I'd be like, no, but we have to release it on this day, which wouldn't allow creativity. So there's a balance between upload time and letting someone be creative, which is hard to be able to. You've got to have a lot of trust in people to be able to say, okay, you just be creative. Imagine hiring an artist to do a painting and one artist does it within a day, one artist takes a year to do it. You can't put a time on someone's creativity at times. But yeah, it looks great, so I'm hoping you're going to enjoy it. So I've got a sales call now. Let's see if I can pitch and close this deal. Let's see if it's going to happen. You know, your favorite influencers, they're showing you fancy cars, fancy watches, and I can tell you 99% of them are fucking liars. They are absolute scammers. They are just some dodgy ass bastards, and you believe them. You look at them for motivation. I don't have fancy ass motivation for you. I only have work. Let me show you this. I'm at home and I'm calling leads from our US campaign. You know, nobody else is going to call these leads. My set is now obviously finished. We don't have a US setter at the moment. There's not enough leads coming through the new US campaign, so I have to call them. And the leads could come in at 4 a.m., at 5 a.m., at 11 p.m. And a lot of guys will say, oh, it's unhealthy to be working 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. Do you think your business will grow if you don't do that shit? Do you think your business will grow if you aren't willing to work at 3 a.m.? When a lead comes in on a campaign at 5 a.m. because, right, it's 10 p.m. for them in the US, you have to call, you got to drink water quickly as soon as you wake up and sound like you're not sleepy, you sound like you are fresh. That's the only way to get that sleepy voice out of you, to just drink enough water to make sure that sleep voice goes out so you don't sound like you just woke up. And you got to call that lead and see, oh, hey, you just inquired about X services, let me book you in. Nobody else is going to do that shit for you. And you guys are online and you're watching people and you think it's all glamorous. You think business, owning a business is glamorous. Everyone shows you how good it is. No one shows you the work you have to really do. People are just lying to you. And if you're not willing to do that work, don't open a business. Don't do it. Do you think you will just suddenly become successful because you watched a few videos online, because you watched a few Hormozy videos and you like some motivation? Do you think now you're going to make millions? Are you thick? What you have to do is you have to be willing to do the work that others aren't willing to do. You've got to do the work that nobody else wants to do, and they hate doing it. They will lie to say that they've done it. Today's been a long day. You can tell when I'm speaking now. We were supposed to get a deal over the line, and it didn't go over the line, and we really wanted it over the line. It was a sales call that we had, and it's my fault. If you don't sign someone up, it's your fault, nobody else's. So it's for me to fix, for me to find more leads. If you are ever in a position when you think you've not closed someone, you've not managed to close a deal, and then you think, oh shit, where am I going to get the next client from? Do you know where? You go and generate it. If you're not making the money that you want to make, you've not done the work. Do more and you'll get more. That's what capitalism's about. If you are willing to do more. Unfortunately, you have to be so aware of every dodgy bastard out there. Everyone who's conniving, everyone who's manipulative and deceitful. You've got to be aware of them. Someone recently did a bit of a scam on us. I'm not going to say more. I don't really care about giving the guy attention. Do you know whose fault it was? Mine. Because we knew the type of character he was. We knew he's a fake influencer. We knew he's a manipulator. And that's why you have to know all these Machiavellian tactics. That's why you have to be aware of these bastards. Because if you're not aware of them, they will surprise you. It didn't surprise me. That's why I was able to carry on and keep working and keep my head above water. It didn't surprise me. It absolutely did us. It smashed us. Like, it really, like, It hurt our bank account. It hurt us in many different ways. He's probably deterred a few people off from us as well, just because he's a lying scumbag. But my fault. It's my fault. It's always my fault. And I truly mean it. And I mean it with a smile on my face. And you've got to be able to take accountability for everything. This is the point in the week, which is not happy with the week so far, looking at my calendar and think, what can I do to turn it around? I'm fully packed Thursday and Friday. I'm thinking, where can I turn it around on Thursday and Friday? Where can I find that extra time to be able to find more leads, to be able to close more deals, to be able to do all these other tasks I need to be able to do as well? It's going to be Saturday and Sunday that I'm going to have to work and find the time. I have an empty diary on Saturday. Now I can work, and there's a peace in that, which is like, I can just spend the whole day sat on this sofa and work, and I'm going to do it with a smile on my face and with an aggression in my mind and with a real commitment and a passion to do it. Are you going to have the same passion when you do your work? Are you going to do it with a smile? You don't want to do it. You don't want to focus all day. You don't want to keep doing the same task again and again, but you'll do it with a smile. Okay, this time, good night.
Who's their personal brand is different, but like if this was my personal brand, I'd be happy with what I'm getting currently.
Okay.
But again, I'm not. It's considering what I've seen previously, and yes, it's slow growth, but like it's good growth. It's strong branding. It's well thought out, but obviously the negative is it isn't your particular avatar in it. So for me, I've never really been a person who monetizes pages. I've always been a person who grows pages. So like even all my other pages, like I had plenty of opportunities to monetize it. I choose not to because I've always focused on just growth.
Yeah, the monetizing, well, it's just the call to actions. When we get their data, we can do the rest and call them and all that stuff. So like 6 months from now, do you think we would do better by going broad, or do you think the way I'm suggesting to do more narrow would be better? What do you think is a better long-term play?
What the better?
Broad is better for long-term, because then you get the eyeballs to be able to have the authority. Last night I was filming on the camera for you, Sam, and I was just ranting, like 10 o'clock at night calling leads. Pissed off at the camera. I was just working, and then like I was having a long day. So after I was having that long day, I was like, fucking just gonna rant to the camera. Fucking hell, how many am I gonna go through? The price of looking fly, eh? There we go. Can't put a price on looking fly. Don't know why I shouted that. I emailed the jet business and got blanked. And what could you do when you get blanked? The next thing I can do is call them. I call them and they told me to email. But when you have a small social media, people don't want to collab with you because you've got nothing to offer. So if you can't offer anything, you can't be asking for big collabs. You can't say, hey, can I just do a podcast with you and ask you for an hour of your time? What I have to do instead is go in and influence it that way. I might walk in and I might just get blanked again, but I can only try, and I have to be able to try. And do you know what will happen when I try? And I get a no, I'll try again. I'll find another way to try. So we just gotta try it. Let's walk past down here. You know, I'm not used to having a street camera. Really? Yeah, I'm not used to it. I'm moving out of London. Before I planned on moving out, I was gonna get a car, and I think I would get this Aston Martin, or like that one. Actually, that one's sporty. I think I would pick like a classy one. This is nice. In a different colour for sure. Look, Vantage Coupe. It's really nice, isn't it? 2025 model. That is sick. And I'm not a big car guy, but that's the type of car I would get. Some people would get like a Lambo or something like that. For me, that's the car for me. We might have just wasted the entire morning coming here, not going to the office today, walking to the place and just get a no. But that's the adventure part. If you do get a no, it's okay. I could have influenced it different. I should have said something different. It's not anybody's fault but mine. Okay, the questions I want to ask are, so what makes a good lead is a good question, but I want to ask more like sales related questions as well. So like, how do you stop the energy shifting in a deal where you feel like you need them, or they smell like you just want the deal? So How does that happen? Or how do you keep composure during a negotiation? And then how are you asking questions about them? How do you do your fact find? How do you do your discovery phase? And then I can go for that. And then how do you find out if they're looking elsewhere? So what kind of questions do you ask? So I'm going to make it more around the questions that you ask, and then just see how the conversations take over. Is it best to get you on the sofa or? Thank you. Okay, I'm with Stephen, and we just have a couple of questions for him around sales and leadership. And I just want to ask you, what makes a good leader?
Well, I guess depends on leading what. If you're Donald Trump is one set of rules, and if it's a business, another set of rules. If it's a family, it's another set of rules. So, but in my business, I think I don't know if I'd call myself a good leader because I'm not really good at instructing my people. I really let them sort of listen to my conversations, get into my meetings, and see what I say, what I do. Because I don't know how I say what I say. It just comes from natural like experiences. But I think sharing as much as you can with your people is what to teach them. I mean, I really, really believe in raising the bar for them and raising their quality of life and letting them see if they can make more money and expose themselves. Because I think if you could find anybody who could do something better than you, hire them, right? I mean, and it's hard to find that. But anytime you have that opportunity, I think give them a chance to raise the bar for themselves and raise the bar for yourself.
I just got a question about sales with you because you're selling premium products. You're selling something of a like luxury, high ticket products, even more than 20, 40, 50 million at times. What's the most expensive jet you sold? Is it 100 million or? Okay, and when you're having negotiations of 100 million, how are you finding more about what they need? How are you going through the questions of what is this person? How do you know they're not speaking to 5 other people? How do you make sure you strike this deal? What's the art of this conversation?
The key for us is we need to make sure we have a mandate that we are exclusively representing either the buyer or the seller. So you have to have control of one side of the other. If you're just trying to find a buyer for somebody who's trying to sell an airplane and you don't control either side, it's almost like trying to hit a golf ball while it's moving. I mean, it's impossible. And for sure that we talk to other people, and for sure you'll get screwed. So I think what the key is really making sure that whoever you are representing understands you have a sincere desire to sort of, under promise, over deliver, and to do the best for them. So whatever their expectations are, try to, beat them. And I think whether you're selling $100 million airplane or $10 million airplane, it's not really that much difference because you're valuing an asset and you're trying to make sure if you're getting good value for the money. So it's your experience of what you know about a product.
So the goal was just to walk in and get an interview. You have to be willing just to turn up to places. Most people would say, no, you got to email, you got to book. You can't just like show up somewhere. We just showed up and we just asked and we influenced. When I got to the gate, I had to get through 3 different people. I had to ask the main guy outside, which was the security guard. I had to finesse that guy. Then I had to speak to another guy called Jack. And Jack was like, he wasn't sure. He was like, Stephen's a bit busy. He doesn't really have time. Then I had to get in here. Then we had to convince Stephen to do the interview as well. So you had to convince 3 different people, like just showing up out the blue, 9:30 on a Thursday. So that went really well. I absolutely loved that. And yeah, I'm really happy with that. It makes me happy not just about that we got an interview. It's like I've had quite a rough week this week and I wanted a win. And this feels like a good win. It's a win where sometimes when you have really a real tough week, or I'd say it's been a tough 6-7 weeks if I'm honest. And in that time, you can doubt your own abilities. I very rarely doubt my own abilities because over the years I've built a lot of self-belief. But there is a time where that idea can come in your head. And the only way to quieten down that voice, that negative voice that comes in, is to prove yourself to that voice. You have to be able to drown that voice by the other part of you. You're showing your strength. When you have that negative voice in your mind, you've got to be able to minimize it. And you can only minimize it by proving that voice wrong. So your actions have to prove that negative voice in your mind telling you that you can't do it, that you might not be successful. You have to prove it wrong. And you can only do that with raw action. when you've had a win, it feels good. It's like, yes, now I can go get another win. And the best time to get another win is after a win. So like, you feel good, you're more likely to do another win straight away as well, which is really nice. Sick, I absolutely love it.
2,500 plus a couple utilities. Fuck it, I pay it just to keep the tranquility. Fuck it, I love you, I do anything for you. Except settle down with you, I don't want nobody grilling me. Y'all boys lame, shit killing me. Need to be reintroduced to humility. I ain't looking for no hip hop credibility. Give a fuck who feeling me, I'm feeling me.
So we got the job done. We came because we wanted to get this interview done with Stephen, to have a look at this private jet place. I wanted the motivation, I wanted to see what was there. I managed to do it. Also got to pick myself up some new sunglasses, so you can let me know how they look in the comments below. Tell me if they suit me or if it's not me. I've never got some frameless ones before, but it's a new look. It's a Saturday morning, I've had a much slower morning. It is 10 o'clock and I've not done anything yet. So I've just had my breakfast and I was up at 5. And I literally, I think I played chess for an hour or two, and then I did probably just some scrolling. On a Saturday, there's a psychology. I don't feel guilty about scrolling and doing that stuff on a Saturday. I'm now going to work, so I'm now going to go and meet my brother, and I'm going to meet him in Mayfair. I'm going to go to a gym, and we're going to have a little workout for arms. And there's this thing in my mind, which is, when I work on Saturday, it feels like I'm getting ahead. And when I scroll or do something where it's not productive, I don't feel guilty. And it's specifically on Saturday and Sunday. And I think it's a really poor mindset. And it's something that I want to actually conquer. Because what I'm doing is, I've now constrained myself to a Monday to Friday mindset for work, Saturday, Sunday for off work. But business doesn't work in a 5-day. Money doesn't stop. Money doesn't stop on Saturday and Sunday. And we've been engineered, when you have a job, Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. But why? Why have we turned days into, this is a work day, this is a non-work day? Why on this day, I'm going to pause all of my goals? Okay, just had my evening Greek yoga. I'm sleeping a bit later today. Normally I sleep, I want to get to bed around 9:30, but it's 11:15. Because I'm going to New York on Tuesday, I'm just getting my body clock a bit further ahead as well, so I don't have to have so much jet lag or so much time zone difference when I'm in New York. So it's a bit later. I'm a bit tired because I don't normally stay up this late, but I knew if I stay up later today, it'll make it easier for me. Because if I stay up later again on Monday, so I'll stay up even later, probably till about 12 or 1 o'clock. Then when I get to New York, I'm already kind of climatized a few more hours than I would be. And then I kind of start to rewind it back. It's been a good week, so I'm just looking at my calendar here. What I do at the end of the week is I review my calendar. And at the moment, what I'm doing is I'm looking at, where did I waste time? If I'm really honest, I've become obsessed with productivity and looking at where am I wasting time. And for some people, they think it's all perfect, like you're just going to become this productive machine. The truth is, you're not as productive as you want to be. You want to be even more productive. Well, I do. So I look at my week and I think, where did I procrastinate? What behaviors am I doing that made me procrastinate? What emotions did I feel when I procrastinated? And it's like a constant battle. The big thing is, on Saturday, I had YouTube ideation planned between 8 and 10 in the morning, and I didn't do it. And I missed that task. And that task, I ended up going to the city to meet my brother. Then I got busy in the day and I didn't end up completing it. So now I'm thinking, where can I fit that in? How can I do that tomorrow morning to kind of
maybe catch up. But anytime you don't complete a task that needs doing, these things pile up. And if you just let them slide and you think, oh, it's okay, I'll just not do it, that's when your company and your business doesn't grow. The essential things that need doing, you have to find the time to do, especially the ones that are reliant on you doing them. Like YouTube ideation, I've just picked it back up, so I now do it again. And I just need to go into YouTube and look at what ideas are working, what kind of things, what kind of trends are there, and just to make sure our 2 big videos that we do in the month are going to have the best chance to grow. Next week's calendar is travel to New York on Tuesday, so I'll be leaving home around 1 o'clock to get to the airport for about 10 and then fly probably like at 1. But I'll get to the airport nice and early just so I can sit in the lounge and work. Just looking at it, it's a crazy week.